Now, this section is about ignoring the numbers. It might be something that you feel is probably counterintuitive or something you're not used to. Like if you're building a business, you don't want to ignore the numbers. You've got to earn a certain amount of money. You've got to get a certain amount of people in. You've got to get in front of a certain amount of people. The part about ignoring the numbers that I'm talking about is why are you looking at certain numbers? And understanding the reasons, maybe it's self-awareness, but understanding the reasons why you're looking at them and taking a step back and going, why am I looking at that number? Why are you looking at that number? So let me give you an example. First example, you're about to go live. You see that 3 people in the same category as you, wherever it might be, have 50 people in their live stream, and you've only ever had 5, 10, 15 people. 1, be honest with yourself. What is the reason that you even know people are in there with 50? What is that? What is the reason? I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. I'm just want to be self-aware of why you're looking. For me, and I promise you this is the way, I look at that number when I go live. I go, right, cool. One of the biggest influencers in the Pokemon space is live. They've got 700 people live. This is my chance to go live, and whilst people might get bored of that, no, it's not for everybody, right? There's 700 people. You can't, hopefully you can please everyone, but sometimes you might not. They might scroll away, they might look for something else. And I want to be next on the list. I want a piece of that pie. Whether it's 700, that doesn't often happen very often, but whether it's 50, 20, 100, whatever it might be, I see it as a personal, you know what, there's 100 people on this app right now looking for something similar to what I do. It's a similar region. Maybe I could have a bit of that cream off the top. Who knows, right? So that I see as a healthy way of looking at the numbers. Otherwise, you're looking thinking, and I've done it myself. I don't do it anymore, but I used to look and think, the big 3, I don't know if you've ever seen that before. The big 3 are on tonight, just when I want to go live. They've all got 50 people in. It's not going to be great for me tonight. It's going to be a hard night. And the reason why I'm focusing on this is because it doesn't matter. It does not matter. The platforms are bigger than you can ever imagine. Ever imagine. Oh, it's the same 6 people on every day. They've all got 100. I've got 1. Like, we need to ignore those numbers. The first thing I want you to do is ignore that number. If you're looking at it as like, I'm going to steal some of their people, this is going to be, not steal, because you're not stealing it, you have no control over it, but I'm going to convince a couple of those people to spend half an hour with me instead. Let's go. That's fine. See that number as a positive, otherwise ignore it. Next one is when you're actually live. Imagine that every single person, and this might be really basic, I don't know, I sometimes have to do it myself. Again, not that much anymore, but I streamed now for nearly about 5 years. And every time I stream, let's say there's 3 people in my chat. There's often a lot more, but if there was 3, I would be looking at that as the same, personally, and I do this, as if there was 100 people in my chat. Yeah, I might get a little bit more hyped, but I try not to. My idea, my ethos is that those 3 people, those 50 people, those 20 people, those 12 people have decided to spend their time watching me. There's Netflix, there's the football's on, there's Dancing on Ice, there's all these professionally built programs, broadcasts, there's other people on the app on the platform. There's so many amazing things people can be doing. They could be out drinking down the pub with their friends. They've decided to spend half an hour, 10 minutes, an hour with me. 1, I'm not entitled for them to spend the entire night with me. They spend as long as they want, and they can leave whenever they want. There's a sign on the door that says, come and go as you please, and I'll do my best to entertain you, keep you happy, show you things that you might be interested in. So ignoring the number in that case and thinking, whoever's in here, they are spending their hard-earned time. They have time off to do this and spend it with me. I am so grateful. You come into any one of my streams, I try and read everybody's names out, certainly at the beginning. 40, 50, 100 people join. I'm like, this one. I want you to be noticed. I want you to know that I know you're here. And whether they're buying or not, it isn't important to me. What's important is these people want to spend their time with me for however long they want to spend it. So I still do it sometimes, just cover up the number of how many people are in my life. I'm like, the names are what matters. If people come in, if they say something cool. If there's loads of people, I sometimes say like a blanket thing of thank you everybody for being here, blah, 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 right? That's polite. But ignore the number of, there's only 3 people. Because as soon as it turns into there's only, you're not entitled to, even me, you're not entitled to anybody wanting to spend their time with you. You are distracting them from doing real life things. And if you can tweak again, this is going to come into the mindset thing, but if you can tweak your mindset to, there's 3 people, one in Scotland, one in Norfolk, and one in Cardiff, who want to spend their time with me, man, your live streams are going to blow up. You're going to have so much more fun with it. And they're not spending. Who cares? You're live. You decided to go live. Go live. Show up. Do your thing. And we'll work on it tomorrow. How many times have you been in somebody's live just because it's fun? It's nice to be there. Man, it's cool. It's exciting. I would say ignore those numbers unless it's positive. Just ignore the numbers. Again, with the sales side of things, nobody's entitled to spend money with you. Just because you're a nice person, just because I'm a nice person, doesn't mean they should spend with us. And just because I did a stream last night that did £100, £1,000, £5,000, or somebody else did it, doesn't mean you can do it again. So take every day as it comes, but ignoring the numbers and think about what you're doing it for, I believe, is the best way to set up the basics so that you can roll out and get more people. Next time it's 4 people, next time it's 20 people, next time it's 100 people. How do I get from 100 to 150? Do more of what you love and hope it's what they love. More people will join, more people will share. Ask them to share, ask them to follow you on social media. There's loads and loads of ways that in this course we're going to help you just realise. Like, you know most of this stuff. It's just realising, actually, I could use that. A lot of it is just like, yeah, makes sense now. Now you've said it. But ignore the numbers. There's more negative behind numbers than positive initially. So if you can ignore the negative side of the numbers, then you can start focusing on the numbers. But we're possibly not there yet with everybody, and sometimes it gets me as well. So hopefully this is a useful lesson and something that you can start tweaking of how you think about it. Let me know. Drop me a DM if it touched base, if it hit home, and if you need any support on it. We can do it in the group calls. We can do some one-on-ones, and we can go from there.